Okay, and now we're going to take a look at our practice for lesson 9.1 in the purple book. First off, the problems we had: 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So let's take a look at number 1. At the park, people can climb a rope ladder to its top. Rosa climbed 2/8 of the way up the ladder. Justin climbed 2/6 of the way up the ladder. Who climbed higher on the rope ladder? So first, what are you being asked to find? Who climbed higher? Then we're going to model and compare the fractions. So I'm going to pull out my fraction blocks, and I'm going to put my 1 over here as my straight line. So my first number is 2/8. So I'm going to go over here, find my 8s, switching hands here a little bit, and I have 1/8 and I have 2/8. So there's my 2/8. Let's see, and Justin climbed 2/6 of the way up the ladder. So now I need these guys, my 6, and I'm going to put them right under so they're all even. Let's see what we can find. So if we take a look at this, which is bigger? So who climbed higher? Who climbed further? Our 2/6 is bigger than 2/8. So if we go over here to find the greater fraction, I know that 2/6 is greater, because we look over here, than 2/8. Greater means bigger. So if I look up here, 2/8 versus 2/6, 2/6 was Justin. So Justin climbed higher on the rope ladder. And number 2, this one actually ties into our problem number 1. What if Kara also tried the rope ladder and climbed 2/4 of the way up? Then we need to find who climbed highest on the rope ladder and explain how you know. So if I look over here, I've got my 2/8 and my 2/6, and Kara climbed 2/4. So let's see, where are my 4ths? My 4ths are my yellow ones. So I'm going to bring these guys over. 1/4 and 1/4. So if I'm looking at my 2/8, 2/6, and 2/4, I would say that 2/4 is definitely the biggest, has definitely gotten the farthest. So I know that it's actually going to be Kara. So I'm going to say Kara climbed the highest. Now, one thing we like to forget about, it's got that big word that says explain. So I have to tell why I know that's the answer. So I'm going to look at my numbers and I'm going to say, okay, well, 2/4 is greater than 2/6, which is greater than 2/8. So I have 2/4 is greater than 2/6 is greater than 2/8. Kara climbed 2/4 of the ladder, which is the greatest fraction. And by greatest, remember that we mean our biggest. Okay, good job. All right, let's flip it over and take a look at our next problems. Okay, so first off, take a look at Suri's cupcakes. We know this is going to be what we need to solve some of our problems here. So Suri is frosting 8 cupcakes for her party. The table shows the fraction of cupcakes frosted with each frosting flavor. Which flavor did Suri use on the most cupcakes? So if we look over here, our answer is chocolate. So hopefully you saw chocolate there, because if we look at this, and we can pull out our bar if we're not sure, it's always a good way to check. So we're going to pull over our 8s here, because we need those, our brown ones. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to take a look. We have 3 8s here, So we know that 3/8 is definitely going to be bigger than 1/8, right? If we look 1, 2, 3, it's way bigger than 1. We also know that if we add in a fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4/8 is definitely bigger than 1/8. The question is 3/8 bigger than 4/8? And I grabbed the bag that was missing some, but I think we can tell by looking that if we had 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, which is going to be bigger? The 4. 4/8. So 4/8, if we look at our chart, is chocolate. So the answer for the one with the most is chocolate. For number 5, what's the question? So it's giving us the answer. We have to come up with a question. The answer is strawberry. I look over here, strawberry. So remembering looking at my fraction bars there, I know that 1/8 is smaller than 4/8 and smaller than 3/8. So a question that I could ask that would be the answer is, what flavor did Surrey use on the least cupcakes or the fewest cupcakes? Number 6. Suppose Surrey had also used peanut butter frosting on the cupcakes. She frosted 1/2 of the cupcakes with vanilla, 1/4 with chocolate, 1/8 with strawberry, and 1/8 with peanut butter. Which flavor of frosting did Surrey use on the most cupcakes? So looking at this, I know my numbers are going to be 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and 1/8. So over here, I've got a whole lot of 1/8s, and I only need 2 of them, because I have peanut butter is 1/8 and strawberry is 1/8. So now I've got my 1/8s. Okay, then I'm going to look over here, say 1/2 were vanilla. So 1/2 is this blue one here. I'm going to put it right on top so it's nice and even. Wow, 1/2 is definitely bigger than 1/8 right here, right guys? Okay, and the other number we haven't done yet is 1/4. So now let's take our 1/4 and put it right there. And we can see 1/2 is bigger than 1/4 is bigger than 1/8. So 1/2 is going to be our biggest one, and that one was vanilla. So vanilla is the flavor of frosting Surrey used on the most cupcakes.